going to be doing some prep on a double coated dog. First of all, I'm going to get it as wet as I can. And by doing that, I use quite a pressurized water stream. But when you get around the back, and generally we'll go upwards to get the water to soak into the coat. The water is what is delivering the shampoo around the body. Turn it around. Get everything wet. So I'm just going to show you how this coat works. So when I lift this, so it's wet on the outside, but when I lift it, it's actually dry on the inside, and that's how the double coat works. So you've got to make sure you go upwards with your water to get the water right into the coat, using high pressure if you can. If your dog doesn't tolerate high pressure, you can always put it on the soak setting and just hold it close to the dog. So if you have a dog that's scared of the noise, elderly, new puppies, just use the soak setting and just sort of come up the dog. Such. Now we've got our dog all soaking wet. I'm going to give her a beautiful luxurious shampoo in the Smith & Burton Nourishing Shampoo. This shampoo is fantastic for rehydrating the coat and resetting the acid mantle. So just a few pumps. I've just opened the bottle, so it's a new bottle. You probably see that I'm using exfoliating gloves. I like to use these because they distribute the shampoo evenly throughout the coat. Now I just pull the shampoo upwards so I can get under every hair, and I just distribute it through like this. There's still lots more shampoo in the gloves, so it goes a long way. And because the coat is nice and wet, it will cover nice and smoothly. So don't forget, come upwards. With the tail, I cover it like this and then I fan it out. So every hair is getting coated in the Nourishing Shampoo. The Nourishing Shampoo has argan, kelp, rosehip, pomegranate and manuka honey. So it's naturally effective and luxurious plant-based, blend rich in vitamins, antioxidants and New Zealand botanicals. That sounds flash. Get behind the ears. And I do 2 washes, and then I will come back with a condition, and I actually condition exactly the same way, but I will come back and show you how I rinse the conditioner. So now I've done my 2 washes. Now I'm going to do my conditioner. I like to use the soothing conditioner as it's a little bit lighter, and this dog's got a really lovely guard coat, so we don't need anything extra hydrating like the Nourishing conditioner. This is quite a lot. It's very, very concentrated. And again, I'm going to spread it over my gloves, mainly at the tips, so my fingers, and I'm going to gently drag it up the rump, get that nice and moisturized, because this is where it's usually the thickest. Turn around, sweetie. Okay. And I just sort of massage it through the coat. It is always best to leave the conditioner on on the coat for a little while because it needs time to do its thing to get down to the skin. But I've got a few hacks and cheats that I use. So first thing I'm going to do, because I want to make sure that every hair is covered, I'm going to line brush this conditioner into the dog, especially around this area. Tail. Okay, so that's I'm finished talking. All right, so now we've got our dog conditioned. We've brushed it through. We've removed some of the coat. Now we're going to HV this conditioner right down to the skin, and then I'm going to finish by cleaning her face with the Smith & Burton cleansing wipes. The reason for that is they don't need a lot of water over their faces, and especially like small Pomeranians, they can inhale the water. It's really hard to keep the water out of their nose, and with this type of coat it takes forever to dry. I'll be coming in with a little flea comb to get any eye boogers out as well. So now we're going to just clean out her eyes and her muzzle with some purifying cleansing wipes. Start by just gently dampening down the corners of her eyes. That flu area. The good thing about having a short muzzle is when we take the eye boogers out, it doesn't normally hurt because the coat is short and it's not pulling. And just find a clean corner or a new wipe and just finish like that. So now I'm going to be rinsing her, and then we will be blow drying her, so I'll see you soon. So just rinsing all that conditioner out. You can see how it's foaming and it's lifting off the skin. So we're pushing the conditioner out of the coat. And when you think it's done, it's not. If you come upwards, you see the bubbles? There's still some residue on the skin. So just get really close. goodness. So now we've got her all rinsed. The water was running clear, there was no bubbles. She doesn't feel slick, she just feels hydrated. So now I go along and I squeeze the water, excess water out of her. And then I'm going to come in with my chamois and I'm going to go around and squeeze with the chamois to get as much water out of this coat as possible, so that lessens how much time we have to have her under the dryer. So when I use my chamois, I don't rub, and it's a damp chamois by the way. I don't rub, I squeeze, and I'm lifting the coat, just like how when I shampoo. Squeeze and lift. And I do the other side. These chamois hold quite a bit of water, which is awesome. And I do this 3 times, so I'm actually going to wring this out 3 times, and I'll come back and I'll show you how much water I get out of it each time. Okay, second time around. So lots of water in there. I'll come back and show you the third time. Okay, so this is the third. We've been around 3 times. There's no drips left on here. And this is what we got out still. So it pays to get around these dogs at least 3 times. There should be no drips at all, and then we will wrap her in a refurbished towel and we will get any more excess water out of her as much as we can, because when we HV in this coat, that's when the fur really starts to fly the drier they get. So, and we need to do this in a timely manner, so I'll be back. Okay, so now we have gone over her with the refurbished towel. Really, we don't rub, we squeeze. Now we're going to HV her, and you're going to probably notice that I'm going to be doing a lot of this. And there's a reason for it. We don't need to straighten the coat because the coat's already straight. What this is doing is it's separating the hair. There's a possibility of whip knots, so the general rule is, so her coat is this long, the general rule is that's how far away you are. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a bit of this, and then I will come back with the stand dryer. So it's a bit noisy, so I'm doing a voiceover. Hey, as you can see, I'm pointing the nozzle downwards so not to startle her. I will hold it on her on the lowest setting until she's used to it, and then I'll go ahead and turn it up. Now I'm going to grab my refurbished towel and I'm going to hold it behind my nozzle so it catches all the little water droplets that are spraying off her coat. This way it doesn't transfer onto any dry coat that I've already dried. So I'll just work my way around the coat until she is pretty dry, and as you can see, it doesn't take me very long. It was about 10 minutes under the HV, and now we're going to separate the coat by brushing. Just take note of the direction that I'm brushing. So I like to brush and comb in the direction that the hair is laying at. So when the stand dryer is separating the hair, I'll follow the lay that way. That way I'm not dragging the brush bristles against her coat, so not to damage it or cause any pain or discomfort. I like to use a comb, a prep comb, to go over the entire dog when I'm finished. Obviously, I don't want to show you the whole process because it'll be way too long and too boring. I think this bath and dry took me about 40 minutes to complete. She was kind of compacted in her rear end. She had some matting around her collar area, and a little bit under her rib cage, but she was a really sweet girl. She's got a lovely coat, and she only comes once a year, but her family keeps her fairly well brushed out. Well, that's the end of our little prep video. I hope you've learned something and you've enjoyed it and haven't been too bored. We'll see you all next time.